This is Word Lesson 1 for CBA. Lesson 1 is called Understanding Word. The things you're going to be learning in this lesson are how to work with the Quick Access Toolbar, how to create a blank document and hide or show formatting symbols, how to save a document in different file formats, how to create a blank document using a template, how to modify print settings, and print all or part of a document. This section is just telling you how to start Microsoft Word, which everyone knows how to do that already. You just double click the Word icon, or you can go to Start and click Word 2016. Okay, anytime in your book that you come to these yellow highlighted words, you need to read those in the definition so you'll know what you're about to be doing. It says the blinking insertion point in the upper left corner of this document is where you begin creating your text. When you place your cursor near it, the insertion point changes to a large I, which is called the I-beam. Then you scroll down, and anytime you see a step-by-step, that's something you're turning into me for a grade. So this one says, get ready. Before you begin these steps, be sure to turn on and or log on to your computer. On the Windows 10 desktop, click the Start button. The Start menu appears, and then it shows you a picture of how that should look for you. On the Start menu, locate Word 2016 and click the icon. So they're showing you how to open Word here. The Word 2016 screen appears. On the left side of the screen, you see the recent documents that have been accessed, and the right side displays the blank document pages and templates, and then they give you a preview of how that should look. Then it says pause, leave the Word 2016 screen open to use in the next exercise. So you're not going to do anything with that file. When you see this yellow bar again, that means that's the end of the step-by-step, and so now you move on. The take note, you do not have to read that. Okay, working with tools. This one's got several yellow terms that we need to know. It says the Word 2016 window has many on-screen tools to help you create and edit documents quickly and efficiently. In this section, you learn how to locate and use the ribbon and the Quick Access Toolbar to access Word commands. A command is an instruction based on an action that you perform in Word by clicking a button or entering information into a command box. Next section, using the ribbon. In Word 2016, the ribbon contains multiple commands on separate tabs, which we've learned about. I'm going to pull up Word real quick just to show you guys. These are called ribbons, the big thick set of buttons, and these at the top are called tabs. So each tab opens into a ribbon. Microsoft has assigned each of its Office applications with a color. Word is symbolized with the color blue, and active tab text is blue. Each tab contains several groups or collections of related Word commands. For example, in the Home tab, the groups are labeled Clipboard, Font, Paragraph Styles, and Editing. Again, Home tab, these are your groups: Clipboard, Font, Paragraph, Styles, and Editing. That's what they're talking about there. Each group contains one or more command icons, some of which have a drop-down menu or a list of options associated with them. You click the drop-down arrow to display the menu. Some groups have a dialog box launcher, a small arrow in the lower right corner of the group that you click to launch a dialog box that displays additional options or information you can use to execute a command. So the dialog box launchers are located right here. There's the Font dialog box launcher and the Paragraph dialog box launcher. I'm going to skip to the next step-by-step. On page 5, it says use the ribbon. Get ready. Start with the File New screen open. So in Word, you would click File New. Number 1, click the blank document icon to create a new document file. The ribbon is located at the top of the Word screen. In your newly opened document, the Home tab is the default tab on the ribbon as shown in this picture down here. Home tab is your default. Note how the ribbon is divided into groups: Clipboard, Font, Paragraph, Styles, and Editing. Number 2, review the other tabs on the ribbon and review each group associated with the tab and identify the arrows that launch a dialog box if present. Number 3, click the Layout tab to make it the active tab. Notice that the group of commands change. The Layout tab contains 3 groups: Page Setup, Paragraph, and Arrange. Notice that in the Page Setup and Paragraph groups, a small arrow appears in the lower right corner. Clicking on the arrow opens the dialog box with more options to select or complete a command. Number 4, click the Home tab. Number 5, click the dialog box launcher in the lower right corner of the Font group. The font dialog box as shown in figure 1-5, which is this one, will appear. The font dialog box contains two tabs, with the font tab being the active tab. These are what they're talking about here. It has two tabs in that box. The font tab is the active one. There are many options to select within the font dialog box. You can click cancel if you want to close the dialog box. We'll continue without clicking cancel. Click the drop-down arrow on the font command box in the font group to produce a menu of available fonts as shown in figure 1-6. Now, the instructions were not clear here. They told you not to click cancel, but they actually do want you to click cancel because you can't do this step unless you click cancel on that box. So go ahead and click cancel on it. Now, on the Home tab, you're going to click in the font group the down arrow for the fonts. Click the arrow again to close the menu. Number 8, double-click the Home tab. Notice that the command groups are now hidden to give you more screen space to work on your document. Double-click the Home tab again to redisplay the groups. And then the end of the step-by-step says pause, leave the document open to use in the next exercise. So you will leave that open. Don't exit out. The Quick Access toolbar is located above the ribbon and contains commands that users access most often. It has save, undo, and repeat. Clicking the Save button in the Quick Access toolbar for the first time opens the Save As screen. Save As also appears as command listed in Backstage View when you click the File tab. The Undo command lets you cancel or undo your last word, command, or action. Clicking the Repeat command repeats your last action. Next, step-by-step. You can actually skip this one. It's just showing you how to move your quick access toolbar if you wanted to, and we don't want to move it, so I'm going to skip this one. You should skip it as well. I'm going to go down to page 8. This section is called Creating a Document. When documents are created, Word inserts non-printing characters, which are symbols for certain formatting commands, such as paragraphs, indents, and tabs, and spaces between words. And then it shows you the symbol for each of those three. The next step-by-step is called Display Non-Printing Characters. Use the document that is open from the previous exercise. On the Home tab in the Paragraph group, click the Show Hide button to display non-printing characters in the document. The Show Hide button is located right here on the Home tab in the Paragraph group. Click the Show Hide button again to hide the non-printing characters. Press Ctrl plus Shift plus the asterisk. You don't push the plus sign, that's just saying Ctrl Shift asterisk. To once again display the non-printing characters. This time, leave Show Hide on. If you have trouble with that keyboard shortcut, just turn Show Hide back on using that button. Pause. Leave the document open to use in the next exercise. White space. The white space is the space between the pages of the document. We are going to learn how to hide white space in this next step-by-step. Use the document open from the previous exercise. Number 1. Make sure your insertion point is at the beginning of the document. Place the mouse below the ribbon until you see the screen tip. Double-click. This is what the screen tip will say. Double-click to hide white space and then double-click. Notice the gray border line representing the white space becomes thinner. So I'm going to pull up Word and demonstrate that for you. You basically open up you have Word open already. You just take your mouse and you go down, down, down until you get that gray, or the double arrows, and it says double click to hide white space. It's right here in this gray area. When you double click that, it hides the white space. And then when you double click again, it brings it back. That's what this is talking about here. So far, we've hidden it. Step 2, place the mouse over the gray border line until you see 2 arrows again, and then double click. This reveals the white space. So it brings it back. Pause. Leave the document open to use in the next exercise. Then we have a new term. Wordwrap. Word sets default margins and line spacing measurements for newly created documents, and Wordwrap automatically wraps text to the next line as it reaches the right margin. So Wordwrap is when it gets to the end of the line and then it wraps to the next line without you pressing enter. Block style. This is a type of letter format. Block style format aligns text along the left margin, including the date, inside address, salutation, body of the letter, closing, and signature. So with block style, you never push the tab key. Open punctuation requires no punctuation after the salutation or the closing, whereas mixed punctuation requires a colon after the salutation and a comma after the closing. The next step-by-step is entitled Enter Document Text. Use the document that is open from the previous exercise. Number 1, the insertion point should be positioned at the top of the page. Number 2, type the month, day, and year of today's date and press Enter twice. Number 3, type the delivery address as shown. Miss Miriam Lockhart, press Enter once. 764 Crimson Avenue, press Enter once. Boston, Massachusetts, 02136, press Enter twice. Number 4, type Dear Miss Lockhart, colon. And make sure when you're typing these that you do capitalize them, and don't forget the periods and the colons and things like that. So if it's in blue and it tells you to type it, you do type that. You just push pause on the video and you type what it says. You do exactly what your directions say. Press Enter once is step 5. Step 6, type the following text and press Enter once after each paragraph. So you would type this letter, pressing once after each paragraph. Number 7, press Enter once. Number 8, type sincerely, comma. Number 9, press Enter twice. Number 10, type Steve Buckley. Your document should appear as follows. This letter still needs to be formatted in an acceptable mailable format, and this is discussed in a later lesson. So your letter is going to look like this, except it will have today's date. Pause. Leave the document open to use in the next exercise. We're now on page 11. The next step-by-step is called Saving a Document for the First Time. Use the document that is open from the previous exercise. If necessary, connect your flash drive to one of the USB ports on your computer. Anytime that the directions tell you to connect a flash drive or anything about a flash drive, ignore that. We're just saving this in our Documents folder on our computer, like the videos have showed you. Number 2, click the File tab and then click Save As. The Save As screen appears. There are 3 options available to save your document. One is the OneDrive, one is this PC, and one is Add a Place. Click this PC. The right side of the screen will change and display recent folders. We're always going to save ours in Documents. So if Documents is not shown here, you're just going to go to Browse and then click Documents. So they say click Browse, then you're going to click Documents. Let's skip down because this is just telling you how to save it to your flash drive. By default, the first few characters that you typed in your document appear in the file name box. So make sure you're in your Documents folder for CBA. Drag the mouse over the text and press Delete, or begin typing over the highlighted text. Then type Tech Terrace Letter in the file name box and click Save. If a prompt appears to upgrade to the newest format, click OK. This action allows you to use the new features in Word 2016. Pause. Leave the document open to use in the next exercise. Next step-by-step is called Choose a Different File Format. Use the document open from the previous exercise. Number 1, click File, Save As to open the Save As screen. Number 2, under the current folder, click your flash drive. Don't do that. Remember, we're going to Documents. So just File, Save As, go to Documents, and go to your CBA folder. The Save As box appears. In the Save As type box, click the drop-down arrow and choose Word 97 to 2003 document. And I'll show you how to do that real quick. File, Save As, Browse, Documents, CBA, and then the Save As type is what they're wanting you to change there. They say to change it to the Word 97 to 2003 document, which is this one. You name it Tech Terrace Letter if it's not already, and then you push Save. Oh, sorry, I said that wrong. They want you to name it Tech Terrace 97 to 2003 and then click Save. So if you mess that up, just do File, Save As again and do it again with the correct file name. That's okay. In the next exercise, you will learn about compatibility mode. Pause, leave the document open for the next exercise. Step-by-step called Convert a Document. Use the document that is open from the previous exercise. With the Tech Terrace 97 to 2003 document open, click the File tab. In the main pane of the Info command, click Convert. and then click OK to confirm the conversion as shown in Figure 1-10. Converting the document clears the compatibility mode on the title bar and upgrades your document to Word 2016 format, which enables you to access Word's new features. Step 3. To save the document in the Word 2016 file format, click the File tab, click Save As, and then go to Documents. Then in the file name box, type Tech Terrace Update and click Save. The new file name displays in the title bar. Pause, close the document, and leave Word open for the next exercise. A template is a master document with predefined page layout, fonts, margins, and styles that is used to create new documents with the same basic formatting. Using templates keeps you from having to recreate the layout and formatting of recurring documents such as letters and interoffice memoranda. The next step-by-step is called Locate a Template Installed on Your Computer. Get ready. Use the document that is open from the previous exercise. Click File and then click New. The new screen displays the available templates. Scroll down and review the accessible templates. First, determine what type of document you need to create. For this exercise, you select a blank template. Click the single-spaced blank document and then click the Create button. I'll demonstrate that for you. You get a File, New, and then it says single-spaced blank. That's this one right here. And then you would click on it and click Create. Step 3, click the Show Hide button to show paragraph marks. Pause, leave the document open to use in the next exercise. The next step-by-step is called Creating a Single-Spaced Document Using a Template. Get ready. Open Word if it's not already open. Step 1, click the File tab and then click Save As. In the Save As screen, click this PC. Then click your flash drive to open the location. In the file name box, type Welcome Memo. Click Save. So you're actually typing this because it says to type it. Type the document as follows and press the Tab or Enter key as indicated. By pressing the Tab key twice, you are aligning the text at the 1-inch marker on the ruler. And then it tells you what to type and how many times to push Enter or Tab. So pay close attention to how many times you need to press Enter and how many times you need to push Tab on those. Step 3, after you've typed all that, save the document, then leave it open for the next exercise. Pause, leave the document open to use in the next exercise. The next step-by-step is called Find Templates on the Internet. Get ready. Word should be open from the previous exercise. Step 1. Click the File tab and then click New. Step 2. In the Search for Online Templates box, type Forms. Let me show you where that is real quick. That is right here. That's the box you'll be typing into. Then it says, click the Start Searching button. Additional templates appear. You can also filter the templates by category to narrow your search. Preview by using the scroll bar and select any template. Click Create. Close the Forms template and do not save. Step 4. As the assistant to the Tech Terrace Real Estate Manager, you are in the beginning stages of gathering the materials together for the annual report. You decide to use one of the available templates in Word 2016. Click the File tab and then select New. Step 5. In the Search for Online Templates box, type Annual Report Timeless Design. Notice Timeless Design is in parentheses. If that doesn't work, just try Annual Report. And then click the Start Searching button. Select the template with the image and then click Create. The template will download. On the first page, click the drop-down arrow by the year variable and select the current date. Note the year displays in the placeholder. As you gather information from the report, you begin entering data into the document. Click File and then click Save As. In the Save As dialog box screen, click this PC and select your flash drive. I'm so sorry, guys. I just realized we were supposed to skip this step by step. It was in your directions to skip it. It says to skip pages 14, 15, and 18. So here's the one on 14. We're going to skip that. So if you were in the middle of working on something in that, just exit out of it. Okay, I'm going to go to 15. It says to skip that one too. And page 16 is where we're going to start next. I'm so sorry about that. This step-by-step is called Use Print Preview. Open the Welcome Memo document that you created earlier. So you should have saved a file called Welcome Memo in your Documents folder in the one called CBA, and it should be called Welcome Memo. Open that. Click the File tab and click Print. The print screen opens with the print options on the left and the print preview on the right, as shown. Step 2, click the plus symbol on the zoom slider located in the bottom right of your screen until the zoom level changes to 100%. Let me show you what that looks like. If you do File, Print, down here in the bottom right, there's your zoom slider. Step 3, click the Return to Document icon or press the Escape key to close Backstage. Number 4, click the File tab and then click Save. Your document will be saved with the same file name on your flash drive, which is your Documents folder. Pause. Leave the document open to use in the next exercise. The next step-by-step is called Choose a Printer. Use the document that is open from the previous exercise. Step 1, click the File tab and then click Print. In the printer selection area, click the drop-down arrow to produce a list of all printers connected to your computer. And then it shows you a picture of how to do that. Step 3, select a printer and then click the print icon. Pause, leave the document open to use in the next exercise. You can print on this lesson 1, but everything past lesson 1 do not print if the book tells you to. Page 18, we are supposed to skip that one as well. Okay, and that ends the step-by-steps, but that is not the end of all your assignments for lesson 1. You got to keep scrolling past the quiz and then get to the projects. The projects start on page 20, and your directions say skip project 2. So, project 1-1 is called Typing a Business Letter. You work for Prosware Incorporated and need to send a follow-up letter regarding price quotes. Create the following letter in block style with mixed punctuation. Get ready. Launch Word if it is not already running. When Word 2016 opens, on the recent screen appears. Click single-spaced blank document and then click Create. Number 2, click the File tab and then click Save As. In the Save As screen, click this PC and then click Browse. Use the vertical scroll bar to locate your flash drive, which is your Documents CBA folder. Create a folder on the flash drive and name it Lesson 1 Projects. Double-click to open the folder. Number 3, in the file name box, type 1-1 quotes. Click Save. Number 4, display the Show Hide non-printing characters. That's the Show Hide button on the Home tab. At the insertion point, type January 10th, 2000 and then the current year. Number 5, press Enter 4 times to create blank lines. Number 6, type the recipient's address as shown. And then number 7 tells you exactly how to type his address and tells you where to press Enter. I'll let you guys do that one on your own. Step 8, type the salutation, Dear Mr. Pacheco, with a colon at the end. Number 9, press Enter twice. Step 10, type the body of the letter, and then it gives you the body of the letter to type. Step 12, press Enter twice. 13, type at Prosware Incorporated, we appreciate your business. Step 14, press Enter twice. Step 15, type the closing sincerely. 16, press the Enter key 4 times. Step 17, type Joe Villanueva. Step 18, proof your document carefully. You want to make sure you didn't make any mistakes, and if so, fix them. Step 19, click the File tab and then click Save. The updated version of the letter will be saved with the same file name in the lesson folder on your flash drive. Pause, leave the document open for the next project. Okay, so technically that is the end of lesson 1. Your teacher will let you know if there are any other projects that you need to do for this lesson, and there's also a quiz on Schoology for you to complete with it. You are allowed to use your book on any and all quizzes, and you're also allowed to use Word. Best of luck!